Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices like Ticket to Ride San Francisco. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be going to San Francisco in the latest version of Ticket to Ride cities, where they have things like New York and Amsterdam and London, and now it's San Francisco. So we're going to take a look at this. These are the mini versions of these games that are, I think, are about $20. They take about 20 minutes to play. It's like as if you want to play Ticket to Ride, but you didn't have a full 45 minutes. You could play these little versions. Now, I am not going to go over all the rules of Ticket to Ride here. I'm just going to show you what's different in the San Francisco version. So if you're new to this and you haven't played Ticket to Ride before, you can click up in that upper right-hand corner right now. I'll put the original video for my Ticket to Ride where you can learn how to play that. Now let's show you what's different about this one. Now, much like the other smaller city versions of Ticket to Ride, the rules look like an actual travel brochure, which is a really nice touch. And in this game, hey, it suits it well that it is going to be trolley cars that players are placing, not trains. Now here's a closer look at those different trolley cars from down at the table level, looking at each of the different colors possible for the 4 different players. Now here's the board for this version. Now you'll notice that there are some red spots here, and these are tourist attractions. And each of those get a stack of tourist tokens. That is one of the big differences in this version. But there's some strategy in setting up because there's 2 other spots that the players that are last in turn order will get to decide where they go, and these are important for scoring we'll talk about later. One of the things I love they've done in this version is that all the cards that you normally play have all unique artwork depending on the color, and they're all interesting, like the little peace van or the bus or the green car. But the wilds themselves are ferries. That's because, like introduced in Ticket to Ride Europe, if you go to a spot that has a ferry on there, you must play a wild to do that. For example, if I play a black and a wild, I can go here, and it has to be a wild to play there. Now, if I'm playing here, this could be any color, but this one has to be a wild, so it's ferries just like in Europe. The other big twist in this one is if you build a route that on either side has one of these tokens, you'll take one of them, meaning if there was ones here, you would still choose which one. You can only have one of each type, and at the end of the game, depending on how many of those you have, like 6 of them get you 9 points, different, because each one of these are, you have to have unique ones. So you're trying to also just go to spots to get tourist attractions for set collection scoring at the end of the game. And as I mentioned in the intro, I'm not teaching you the basic Ticket to Ride. There's that video in the link below that if you haven't played Ticket to Ride before, that teaches you the main game. But these are the differences in this game. And here's what the tickets look like in this game. That's face down, and these are face up, again, showing you how many points it's worth and showing you where they are on the map. And that's pretty much what's new in Ticket to Ride San Francisco. All right, so San Francisco. I love the beautiful cards with all the different things on it, like the purple peace van, the green car. I like how they're all different. They're different things. Where like a Ticket to Ride, they're all like mostly trains in the original version. But here, they're like different things, and I like that aspect of it. They've been doing that more and more in the newer versions. I like that they brought the ferries back in from, into these mini versions from Europe. Ferries, it's an easy mechanism. It's thematic. You're going over here, you're gonna need a while to get there. I like that aspect. I like it in Europe. I like it in all the versions of Ticket to Ride. I like that they put that in this new mini version. Again, it's familiar to people that have played Ticket to Ride, but it's a very easy one to teach as well. But the big twist here are the tokens. And I like that. And that's very similar to Ticket to Ride Germany, which was based off of Ticket to Ride Markland, which had this thing of like bringing passengers from one place to another. But you're picking up these tokens, and here you're just going to somewhere and you're picking up the token and you're doing set collection. Similar to what they did in the Germany version. And I like that there's some strategy as to setting these 2 piles up. After you get your tickets, you're able to look at your the last 2 players in turn order, get to pick where they go. They're actually smaller stacks, those 2, if you're playing a 2-player game, which is kind of cool. They'll run out faster, but they get to decide where those are going to go, and they're usually putting them where they know they have to go and things like that. But I like the tokens. You're getting these unique things, and I like it because in these smaller versions, it's harder to get a lot of tickets because they're very risky because you only get 2 when you take tickets. So you can get like 1 or 2 tickets done and then kind of like focus on going in these little areas around the map and just getting these different tokens. You're not going to get stuck with a ticket you're not going to do. This one for me, so there's 4 of these mini versions. This is the 4th one. There was New York, Amsterdam, London, and this. New York was my favorite up until this point. London and Amsterdam I liked, but I didn't like them as much as New York. Again, they're all good. San Francisco, I'd say, is right neck and neck with New York. I might like New York a tad bit better, but this one's good too. For you, like, it's going to be like, hey, they're both good. Do you like New York better? Do you want to do taxi cabs or trolley cars? Do you like New York and San Francisco better? You're probably pretty polarized on that. Both of them are great. Those are my two favorite ones. And the only other negative thing is that, in these smaller versions, getting more tickets is still very risky because you can only take 2. And it's possible you're going to get 2 that are going to be like impossible to get, and you're going to go negative. So it's a little more risky, but that's part of the smaller games because they're smaller. You don't have as much time to sort of react and get things going. But that's it. I enjoyed Ticket to Ride San Francisco. The latest one from the sort of mini series has been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers, growing relationships through board games by helping you find the next one you'll love. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table to a high-quality gaming solution, they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with their amazing, thematic, premium stitch edge mats from noted board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and really cool accessories, it's a complete system that upgrades every game you play. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below to late pledge for their latest Game Topper 3.5 Kickstarter campaign.